Hello, Laura here with Butterfly Insights. I am doing a reading today to find out what this person that you are thinking about is thinking and feeling about you. So I have in front of me 4 decks. There's deck number 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I need you to do is choose one of the 4 piles, or which one you are drawn to. That is going to be your answer. I have all of my decks there, my crystals, my candles lit. I've cleared the space with sage. Now I have pulled a card from each of 5 of those decks. That's what I was drawn to do. So, what is this person thinking and feeling about you? We are going to start with pile number 1. Now, I have my Mystic Dreamers Tarot deck, my Gilded Tarot, Energy Oracle, Earth Magic, and Rumi. So, with my Mystic Dreamers Tarot, I got 4 of Pentacles. This person is trying to hold on tight. They're afraid they're going to lose you. So they're holding on tight. And the 10 of Wands with it. They're carrying a burden. So they might be, their worry about losing you and their burden are somehow tied together. You will know what it is. Then from my Energy Oracle deck, I've got Healer of the Ages, but I have it in reversed. So this is what it looks like in reversed. And I'm going to open my book and read to you what that means. Okay, Healer of the Ages. It's a card of health and vitality, so when it's reversed, it indicates you've been feeling extremely out of sorts, upside down in your life. You may be in the midst of a physical problem or feeling as though you're losing energy. This card's telling you that there are deeper levels of healing that need to be addressed. Take time to regroup and put on your own healing first. Whether you're facing mental, emotional, physical, or even addictive patterns, call on the Healer of Ages to bring his energy to the issues you've been working on. Quiet your mind and feel the vibration, bringing you warmth and healing light, clearing away any dark or hurting space. Repeat this meditation and be patient, and know that divine love can heal you in the blink of belief. I feel like this person that you're thinking about is empathic, and they're picking up on whatever trouble that you're going through in your life. And so they're trying to hold on to you. They don't want to lose you, and they're feeling this burden that's attached to it because you are burdened by something. And it's hurting you. It's hurting your energy. It's going to eventually hurt your body. So you need to do some releasing, do some letting go. You need to do some inner healing, because you're going to hurt yourself and this person that you're thinking about, because they have tied themselves to you empathically. The next card that I'm getting from my Earth Magic deck is Whale, and it's breach is what that means, and I'm going to look it up for you. And it says it's time to take a break, not just a coffee break, but a respite from the usual environment you find yourself in. You wanted a trip to take? Go for it. Tired of being indoors? Go outside. Get in unfamiliar surroundings. Get away from life, from what you know right now. You need some different worlds to face. It's going to help you recoup and get rid of this burden. And that's what this person is feeling too, like they need to have a break. So the final card that I pulled from my Rumi deck is Let the Love Transform. I'll look that up. And my Rumi deck has little poems at the beginning. Here's the one at the beginning of this. The spring of love arrives to transform the dust into a garden. The call is heard from the heavens. The bit of wings of soul to fly. The sea becomes filled with pearls. Dry land becomes water of life. The stone becomes a ruby. The body becomes all soul. So this person is really wanting to transform their life with the love that they have for you. And they want your life to be better too. That's what I'm really getting from that card without reading it for a terribly long time. So that is pile number 1. And please leave me in the comments if you chose that pile, how that applied to you specifically, or how it felt, or if it resonated with you. And if you want a full, in-depth personal reading from me, you can go to my website at www.butterflyinsight.net and go to the contact page and send me a message. You can also go to my Facebook page at www.facebook.com/butterflyinsight, and you can click book now to set up an appointment with me. I do readings online and in person. Okay, so pile number 2, those of you that chose that pile. The first card I get is 7 of Wands. This is a card of putting up defenses. So this person that you are thinking of is feeling a need to defend. Maybe defend you, maybe defend themselves against you. Next, I get Ace of Cups. You are something new in their life that's doing something to their heart. That's what I'm getting with that card. And then for the energy oracle, I'm getting the garden and the gate right side up. And I'll pull out my book for that. Upright, this card shows a peaceful young woman in a beautifully blossoming garden with colorful flowers all around. However, the gate to the road outside the garden is locked, while the girl wears a key on a chain around her neck. This card upright bodes well for the financial scene. In fact, there may be a lot of money or other personal pleasures coming your way, but beware. The choice to stay in the seeming security of this loving garden may actually be motivated out of fear or habit of the unknown. The beauty is enticing and worth enjoying, but you may not be giving your spirit the freedom to roam. It's fine to amass a great deal of wealth. Don't let it keep you from karmic path or living your truth. You have the choice to shift your focus, widen your spiritual perspective, and gain the world that is just outside your gate. So I feel like this person is really trying to gate the two of you in. The 7 of Wands, you see, it looks like they're building a little fence. The Ace of Cups, they're seeing you as a new thing in their life that does something with their heart. It's a heart card. And then the garden and the gate, they're trying to keep you all locked up in this garden. So the next card I get from my Earth Magic deck is Lightning, Power. So I'm going to read that one. Power is available to you. Force of life itself is neutral. It is neither inherently good or bad. It is how you utilize it that will determine whether it is ultimately harmful or life-giving and congruent with the will of spirit that pulses through you. What is required is the awareness of your intention, your values, your willingness to act on them under particular circumstances of your inquiry. Although you may see yourself as using the power for good, do not allow yourself to get caught up in the duality of good and bad. Through the prayer and ceremony, you can tap into the spiritual force, and by paying close attention to the Spirit's prompting, you can choose, and ultimately the choice will be revealed to you when it is beyond your typical perspective. From there, you can continue to access this divine power. I feel like they may be a little afraid of power, and they may know that they have it, and they're trying to use it one way, thinking that's the only way to have what they want, and not realizing that they can hold you with open arms. And know that just the power that's in them is enough. So, and they may see that power in you too, and it may be a little frightening that it's going to push them away. Then the last one that I got in your pile is the Celestial Rose of Ma from my Rumi deck, and that is what that card looks like. And I'll read about that one. It talks about a spiritual gift being on its way to you. A celestial rose of the Divine Mother is a precious offering of sacred love to the soul. This love can lift you up beyond what you know, beyond self-imposed limits. So I feel like this person is putting limits on themselves, and they want this love to lift them up. There's some fear going on with them. I really feel that fear, and that's really apparent in the Seven of Wands over here. The spiritual gift signifies the ending of a period of suffering and opening up to new opportunities. So that tells me this person has endured some suffering, and that's where their fear is coming from. So I feel like you may also have endured some suffering, because there is a bit of an empathy thing going on here. So that is pile number 2. Okay, for those that chose pile number 3, I'm going to read those now to you. And if you did choose pile 2, please let me know in the comments if that resonated with you and any questions you may have. On pile number 3, the first thing I get is 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords is about moving out of stormy waters, going somewhere safe, going somewhere where there isn't trouble. And then I get the Strength card. Strength card is a card of having the inner strength to do what you need, and it's also it's also feminine charms. Okay, so those two together, you have, shows this person. This person may feel like you are their route out of stormy waters, and that you have some charms that are attracting them, and that you have a strength about you that's attractive. And then I get Goddess of the Moon. So that's a very feminine energy card there, kind of like the Strength card is. And I'll read that to you. It's upright. It's about intuition and going within. It says this card shows an eternal spirit holding the bright reflective moon, standing in front of the crystal clear waters of a sparkling waterfall. Her arms are stretched upward, receiving the light of the moon and the light of inspiration. This card is all about intuition, the ability to receive insights from your soul's point of view. Receiving the card upright tells you that you have the power to get intuitive on all sorts of issues, and now's the time to use it. And I will just note that Strength card, people that pull that are guided by their intuition too. That's what gives them strength. So you're blessed with the ability to connect, and it's time to open up and be ready for inspiration. So you are inspiring to this person that you're wondering what they think and feel about you. You inspire them. You make them feel like there is hope and a way out of stormy waters. And then finally, or not finally, but the next card is Clouds, Shape-Shifting. That is from the Earth Magic deck. And I will read that one to you. In both subtle and dramatic ways, you can shapeshift by your choice of clothing, hairstyle, adornments, mannerisms, facial expressions, gestures, the way you walk. By adjusting these, along with your internal attitude, you can actually display different personas. When you experiment with these different variations of self-expression that are not how you ordinarily present yourself, others will react to you, depending upon the degree in which your persona contrasts with the one they are most familiar with. Be like the clouds and try out different forms, stretching your light limits at times. Keep your head up, square your shoulders, stand tall. Note how this feels. You may feel vulnerable at first, but stay with it. Let your shoulders fall forward slightly. Pull your chest in an inch or so and notice how that feels. Experiment with contracting your aura and then expand it as far as you can. This kind of shape-shifting can consciously choose your expression in the world. Just remember who you are at the core. So they feel like you can adjust depending upon your situation, and that you stand firm in who you are. And that's something that I feel like I need to tell those of you who picked this pile to practice those things I just read about. It'll be good for you if you're not aware that you're doing it yet. And then finally, for pile number 3, from my Rumi deck, I pulled Sacred Union, which is a really beautiful card. It's about union with divinity, which is love and compassion and creativity in the universe and our connectiveness. And it's also about a perfect union between a couple. So that's what this person wants in you. Okay? So that is pile number 3. And if it's somebody who would not be a romantic partner, it's somebody who sees you as having that kind of perfect divine love. They really look up to you. I am now opening up pile number 4 for those of you that chose that pile. The first thing I get is Moon. Dreamy person in their dreams. They've dreamt about you, they've foreseen you, or they dream about you now. And then I get Knight of Pentacles, which means you are the one coming in with grounding and security and good news on that front for them. And then I got Blossoming Abundance, and strangely this one is reversed. I would think it would be upside down right next to the Knight of Pentacles, but let's read what that means in reverse. Okay, this card reveals a potential decrease in money with the coins falling from the garden and out of sight. Sometimes when you receive this card in this position, it may feel as though cash is slipping through your fingers. It might seem like an ongoing state of affairs, but you can turn things around. Be conscious and responsible where money issues are concerned, and take action to plant new seeds and nurture your financial garden with patience and clarity. So I feel like that's what this person is experiencing. And they see you as somebody who can turn that around for them. Okay, that's why the Knight of Pentacles is right next to it. So then, in the Earth Magic deck, I get River, which is movement. Okay, so I'm going to read what that is about. Fighting or blocking the flow of your life force can lead you to feeling spiritually void and disconnected from Source. Just like the metaphor of the river, it does not work to force or fight this compelling movement. When you simply pay attention and observe the flow, it becomes easier to navigate your experiences and see what lies ahead, or at least get a sense of what is come by the ever-changing geography that unfolds as you cruise along. Your resistance is hampering your ability to make a choice. Surrender to the movement. Be grateful. You will see the signs along the shore. See, they've had a block in their abundance because they've been worried. They have done different things energetically and with their thoughts and their emotions that have blocked their own flow. And so they're seeing you as their river. There's a boat that can get in with them and float along that river and get out of that stuckness. So they really see you as somebody who can unstick things for them. And then finally, I got the Rumi card for pile number 4 of Sacred Convergence. So there's that one. And I'm going to open the book on that for you. I was going to the wrong number. Sacred convergence indicates a coming together of souls in alignment with a greater cause. A greater cause is both personal and impersonal. There is an aspect of joining together for a common purpose, although the purpose may not be immediately obvious on a level day-to-day consciousness. The common soul purpose may be to lift each other up in greater love and self-belief, so shed fear and open the heart, filling each individual soul with more holy fire for passionate purpose. So there you go. They think that by working together with you, their flow will open up abundance, but not just for them. It isn't just for them. It isn't for just a selfish purpose. They feel like it's going to be good for both of you and maybe for more people. So that's what I'm getting with pile number 4. And abundance, mind you, does not just come in the form of money. Security does not just come in the form of money. Sometimes it comes in the form of being somebody that they can count on. Sometimes abundance comes in the form of friendships. It comes in the form of love. It comes in the form of a job that you like. It comes in so many different ways. So think about that when you're thinking about that pile, if that's the one that you chose. And remember, if you need a full reading from me, my website is www.butterflyinsight.net, and you can find me on Facebook at www.facebook.com/butterflyinsight. So I look forward to helping any of you who may need a full reading, and please do comment below on what pile you chose and how it may have resonated with you. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this, and I hope that it was helpful. I will be doing this every weekend, either on Saturday or Sunday. Whatever day works best for me, I'm going to answer a different question, and I will pick different piles to answer that question for you. So have a lovely rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.